Gravity. Gravity warps time. So I'm a physicist, so I understand this. Or at least I think I do. You know, it's kind of weird. But this is actually not about that. This is a story about one of my biggest fears. See, I'm really afraid of getting old. You know, I don't want to slow down. I don't want to get wrinkles. I don't want to lose my hair. I want to stay young. So what I want to do, I want to use my knowledge of physics to help me stay young. So time isn't the same for all observers. It's not universal. That's a fancy way of saying that the Timex on my wrist, that measures something differently than the watch on yours. You see, it depends on where you are in a gravitational field. If you're at a higher gravity, closer to something massive, like say the Earth down here, your time actually runs slower than if you're higher up. So this is good, right? So knowing this, I just have to choose a nice place to live, and then I can be younger, right? So my first move in this was a move to Vancouver from Calgary. Came to Vancouver. The weather's usually nicer here, right? The ocean is here. There are fewer cowboys around. Not saying that's good or bad. But most importantly, we're closer to the center of the Earth. We're 1,000 meters closer to the center of the Earth than those chumps back in Calgary. So if I work through the calculations, this is really exciting. If I work through the calculations, I've been here for about 7 years. In those 7 years, I'm younger than those people back in Calgary. I am younger than those people back in Calgary by a total of 0.00002 seconds. Yeah. So it's not really a big effect, right? Or else we would have noticed it. So what I need something bigger, something more massive, something with a higher time warp, higher gravity. So I'm thinking about maybe something black, maybe something holy, maybe a black hole. Anyone? A black hole. That's this crazy thing. That's where so much matter is packed into such a small space that the gravitational pull is so strong that nothing, not even light, can escape that. And so as you get closer and closer to a black hole, there's a point beyond which there's no return. That's the horizon. Once you get into the horizon, there's no going back. You're gone. That sounds kind of ominous, but this can be good, right? Gravity, our black hole is really heavy. Gravity warps time. This can help me stay young. So if I could do this, barring some minor technical details like finding a black hole, getting to a black hole, keeping myself safe from all the radiation and the other junk trying to fall into that, this would help me stay young. So from your perspective here on Earth, what you would see of me as I got closer and closer to the black hole, well, you'd see my time slow and slow, ultimately approaching zero. So your vision, your view of me would look more and more like a snapshot, frozen in time against the background of the black hole. In your eyes, forever young. But here's the twist. Here's the weird thing. That story, that was from your perspective. From your perspective, my time runs slow, your time runs fast. I get younger, you age, and you die. But from my perspective, it doesn't matter actually if I live in Calgary or Vancouver or at the horizon of a black hole. From my perspective, my time runs the same. You see, this time warp, it affects everything on here. It affects everything. So the watch on my hand, the speed of my thoughts, and the basic biological processes that run my body, everything slows down the same. So to me, if you ask me, my perception doesn't change. Time runs normally. I don't get any more years of being young and youthful. I don't get more years of having a lush head of hair. I just get a lonely, sad existence hanging out with my black hole. So time is kind of weird. It's not what we think it is. It depends on where you are in a gravitational field. But we can't actually take advantage of that. Our time that we experience, that's always the same. So knowing this, maybe all this worrying about staying young, maybe this fear of mine, I guess it's not really worth the time. Thank you.